Victor Oladipo, unhappy in Indiana, as the angry whale turns. Another day, another disgruntled one. Very exciting. Very exciting. Big news yesterday with the Victor Oladipo stuff coming out. Lot of dots getting connected yesterday. It was very exciting to read. So, paint the picture for you. So, this Victor Oladipo, he opts out of the bubble, all right? And doesn't tell his team, Robbie. He only just goes about revealing the news, and that's how they find out. Nate McMillan goes, I found out just like you guys did, which is a little rough. You know, you're going to go out there and you're just going to opt out of the season and you don't even tell your coach? Woo! Frosty. Look, you could say what's what. You could say, oh, he's had his best season with them and he had his comeback. No. You imagine that news coming about that, like, Jimmy Butler was opting out of the bubble? You don't think he's telling Pat Riley and Eric Spoelstra first? I don't know, man.
Damage is done, my friend.
Damage is done, my friend. It appears to be done when it comes to Victor Oladipo and the Indiana Pacers, which is not surprising because why would you want to stay there? I mean, you have that crackpot Mark Boyle. You got them being offended by blowing kisses. They got that dude with the flamingo. Of course he wants to leave Indiana. Why wouldn't you want to leave Indiana? The place sucks.
He was blowing kisses.
And especially with the fact you could leave Indiana and come to Miami. This guy just goes, all right, I'm opted out of the bubble. Doesn't tell anybody in the organization. They find out like we found out. I'm the same as Nate McMillan. We found out together, Victor Oladipo. We both found out from Shams. Shams knew before the Pacers coach did? Whew. Interesting, Leroy. Very interesting. Now, Victor Oladipo goes and he says on why he won't play in the NBA restart. He says, quote, I just can't get my mind being fully comfortable playing. I have to make the smart. I have to be smart, and this decision hasn't been easy, but I truly believe continuing on this course, I'm going to get fully healthy for 2020, 2021, and get this decision that's right for me. Now, Leroy, I don't know if you know this. Perhaps you do. I don't know. But he's a free agent after next year. And it's interesting that he's not worried about getting himself right for this little playoff push. Mind you, the Pacers were a good team this year.
Yep.
He had that injury, and that wasn't fantastic for him. A lot of people saying that he didn't look like himself when he came back. And he's more interested in getting himself tuned up for his next contract than he is for this team. Now, this...
Look at it like that?
Listen to this.
Oh, here it comes, Robbie.
What? You're gonna say silly. You're gonna say silly
Dude
stuff.
just came back from a serious injury. He wasn't playing that well. He didn't look that good coming back. So he says, I might as well just shut it down for the rest of the year. You take that.
Shut it down after an extra 3 months of rest?
Well, just the fact is coming back. Keep in mind that a lot of these guys didn't have access to trainers and rehab facilities. So that puts him in a more unique situation. So I don't think anything of it. Now, to your point, the one thing that I will give you, and it pains me to say this, if Shams heard about this first before Nate McMillan, how's that relationship?
Frosty.
You think?
Frosty.
Did he not even tell the training staff? Nothing?
Nothing. They found out. And
you know what sucks about that, too? What are they going to do about it?
Well, they
nothing.
Now, there's this piece that's out by J. Michael in the Indy Star. Now, I'm not subscribing to the Indy Star, so I haven't read all of it. I've only read little blurbs because I can't bring myself to pay $3 to read this piece. But they're already starting the Pacers slander from their side. Victor Oladipo thinks of himself as a brand. Victor Oladipo hit piece. Victor Oladipo's thinking about his free agency, which means they're already painting the picture of the exit. They want to get the fans of Indy against Victor Oladipo.
Nope. I looked at it this way. Who's this guy? D-Wade.
Yes.
Look at D-Wade.
Yep.
What's D-Wade talk about? So I can see why his thinking is there. Now, here's a more pressing question. The thing that bothers me about athletes, right, that you can act like you like D-Wade and think about your brand or whatever, but you ain't D-Wade. How the hell you gonna have a brand? You think Oladipo, hold on. You think all these companies like T-Mobile, when D-Wade hit, he had the T-Mobile thing.
Yep.
You think they looking at Oladipo and say, we got to be a part of that brand?
I don't know.
I'm gonna answer that for you. No.
Well,
He ain't D-Wade.
let's dive more into this. So, J. Michael.
More?
Oh, this is where it gets. Hey, I've only given you the salad. I haven't even given you the main course.
You know what's funny? You have perked up a little bit.
Yeah. So this J. Michael, who covers the Pacers for the Indy Star, and somebody called Caitlin Cooper, she covers the Pacers for the Indiana Pacers, for SB Nation, excuse me. So J. Michael has this tweet. McMillan admits that he found out Oladipo's decision the same time as everyone else did. Quote, that was Victor's call. So this Caitlin Cooper retweets it with a GIF of a sly-looking Jimmy Butler, giving like his smile.
Yeah.
And so a fan asks, I'm doing my best. You two obviously know more than me, so I'm not making assumptions. Obviously, it's about Vic in Miami, but I don't know if it's implying or it's because there's mutual interest because the two parties, or they just might be remotely related. So this Caitlin Cooper responds, I have no sources on this, AJ. Just the underscoring that the chain of communication has been weird, and there are plenty of dots to connect between him and Miami, i.e. cap space, Dwayne Wade, where he rehabbed and is part owner of a gym, and their rumored interest. And then J. Michael from the Indy Star, he goes, there's more to it beyond those things, but not a big secret inside basketball circles.
Oh, boy. When a secret's not a secret.
Yeah. Where's my whale? Leroy.
Is that whale worthy?
Victor Oladipo.
Is Victor Oladipo whale worthy?
He's worthy when he can add him to Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo.
So who's out? Who's out?
Don't gotta have anybody out. You can just sign him out right. I mean, assuming the cap isn't nuked.
The cap is going to be like $12.
Very well. We asked about this, didn't we? Ask the question: would you take like a 75% chance of Victor Oladipo?
It was 90% chance of Oladipo or 50% chance of Giannis.
and it
And
was
you said
over
50.
No, I said
No,
Oladipo.
you said Oladipo.
I said Oladipo. But the fans overwhelmingly voted 50-50 shot at Giannis.
Because they listen to you. You see, you guide these
Well,
people.
clearly they
wrong.
didn't.
No. You guide these people and, like, come on. Everybody's making whale noises, right? I was riding my bike the other day. Somebody yelled boxed in, driving by in a car. Yeah, come on.
That makes me happy.
Random boxed in.
Here's one more. You want one more?
Sure.
Robbie, buckle up for this one, all right?
Oh no.
Oh.
Come on. No, is it a little bit of silly sauce on it or Yes, that means yes, Robbie.
According to Shams, Miami Heat have made it known they intend to pursue Giannis Antetokounmpo and Victor Oladipo in 2021.
Doesn't that sound like tampering? I don't know what you call it. Like, if they made it known, isn't that tampering?
No. It's made it known like Riley. Boink.
You know how Riley gets these players to come down here and he always ends up with the big superstar, either via trade or free agency. You think people are starting to look at him like Bill Belichick basketball? Not the same things, but just in a way that,
I don't know. I don't know. It's tough to say.
Because is there another team that could talk about the players they're going to get 2 years early that are already under contract with another team?
I feel like people do that. I feel like.
Name another team. Or is it just because of us?
I think Tobin got pooned.
Right, Robbie? Doesn't that like, there is no other form of tampering that you put it out there in the news publicly. Oh yeah, we're gonna pursue Giannis. Not that it's a secret, but you still can't say it, right?
Everybody knows. It's like with Riley, you can't get mad at Riley for being Riley. Like he's gonna go out there and. They're going to be on these Zoom calls with all the presidents of basketball operation. You got, Kings guy, and you got Grizzlies guy, and you got, Knicks guy, and then you got Riley who's just there and he's sharpening his harpoon while he's on the Zoom call. And they're like, Riley, what are you doing? Oh, nothing. It's just unspoken. You know what he's going to do.
Right. Now, is Victor Oladipo a whale, or could he just be a big tuna?
Here's what I think.
Yep.
I think, is it possible, and hear me out on this, is it possible that you could become a whale if you joined the pod?
No. The whole point, oh my goodness, stop changing the rules. The whole point is the guy's a superstar and you want the whale. You don't get the little baby whale and then say we're going to develop him into a whale. It's too late for that.
No.
He's not a whale.
I think he is with Jimmy and Bam.
That's not what a whale is.
I think it can be.
A whale is a
don't forget,
standalone star.
We're not going for whales anymore. We're going for orcas.
Same difference.
Nope.
I don't call them whales anymore. I'm after orcas. They're killer whales. The whale is gone. They're not as good anymore. The orca is what I'm after.
Oh, okay. But for purposes of you making that damn sound and us playing Michael Jackson, whale. But Oladipo is not a whale, and you know that. Dude,
he is. You got those three together. It's like the clamp whale, the three of them. Good luck getting through them.
No, it doesn't work like that.
I know. First of all, I know how it works. I make the rules. I make the whale rules.
Wait, is Jimmy Butler a whale?
Of course, ridiculous question.
Now, if you don't call a guy a whale, it's slander.
Narwhal.
There's people who aren't whales. Is
Bradley Beal a whale?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a whale.
No,
He's a whale.
No, you can't be willy-nilly with the whale. It's a yes or no question right away.
Whale.
Superstar.
Well, he's got to be healthy.
Well, we'll play whale or no whale. Whale or no whale, he's a whale.
So Bradley Beal's a whale.
Whale.
So you put him on any team, he's a game changer. He's making that team a playoff team. No, there's only a handful of whales, dude. Whale. Giannis. I take Giannis and put him on any team. That team's a playoff team.
Giannis is the blue whale. He is the biggest whale out there.
But so now there's different degrees of whale. You either a whale or you not.
Dude, you obviously haven't been to SeaWorld in a while, because that is not true. Okay? There's beluga. All right? There's sperm. There's killer. There's blue.
Humpback.
There's humpback. You don't know your whales.
All right. I mean,
and Riley is after orcas. Killer whales.
All right. So
now who's exhausted?
I'm not exhausted. You can't tire me out with your little silly talk like that. I expect this. I expect in a couple of in a couple of weeks, right? You to tell me that Oladipo is not a wow. Man,
What?
somebody said Oladipo's like farm tilapia.
Damn, bro. All right, you want me to put a poll out there?
Is Oladipo a whale?
Yeah.
You want me to give you the early results? 70% no, 30% yes.
Ooh, I like the prediction on the percentages. Okay.
Yeah.
Here we
The
go.
only one that I'm just absolutely flabbergasted by is the Tua thing. The Tua and Cam.
Or the Tua and Lamar Jackson, who's going to be the next Patrick Mahomes contract.
Right.
All right. Poll is out there. You guys can vote now. Is Victor Oladipo a whale?
Somebody said Leroy Tobin is serving silly hash browns with nonsense juice. School of whales.
Fresh squeezed.
Fresh squeeze. No.
We got a lot of Victor Oladipo smoke around the Miami Heat right now. A lot of Victor Oladipo smoke. And so the question is asked, is Victor Oladipo a whale? I voted yes. You guys could go vote
You really
now.
voted yes?
Well, I can't technically vote. It's my poll. But I am voting. My auditory vote is yes. Is yes.
Well,
but I can't
don't
vote on my
lie
own
to
poll.
these people.
I can't vote on my own poll. But you can go vote.
What is a whale to you? Let's define whale.
You just know. You just know.
No. Based on what?
Talent. Perception.
So here's what I think a whale is. If I take them and drop them just on a team, is that team a playoff team?
Nah, that's not a whale.
That's not a whale? He's got to have that kind of an impact for you to be calling him a whale. You basically call him a very important piece or the piece on your team.
It depends what your pod needs, and if your pod only needs an additional sea mammal, he's a whale, not a manatee.
I got to tell you, that analogy sucked. It wasn't even close. So you hold on. Let me get this straight.
Throw a guy out
because-
there. Throw
because
a guy out there. I'll tell you, whale or no whale.
Giannis,
Whale, obvious.
Anthony Davis.
Whale.
Whale.
I'll throw one that is similar to Oladipo, but has more upside because of the position he plays. Tatum.
Whale.
Okay. Bradley Beal.
Whale.
No, not a whale. He's exactly like Oladipo. If you just take them and throw them on a bum ass team, that team is not going to even threaten the playoffs. I mean, hell, Bradley Beal is on the team.
Yeah, well, he's resting his shoulder. A lot of auditions
Hey,
for this.
how
for
about
this,
this?
for this SeaWorld show?
You know what you call a big time scorer on a team that doesn't make it to the playoffs?
You're gonna say looter and a riot.
Correct. That's what us normal folk at. It's fair. It's not necessarily fair, but that's what it is. I mean, so you're gonna take. Hold on. Let's see. LeBron's the whale.
Of course.
So let's look at this.
Even the Pope must admit.
This is the company you're throwing Oladipo in. Giannis, LeBron, AD. You're saying that if you need to build a team, you can build a team with any of those 5 or 6 guys.
See, this is where you and I break off. All right, and this is why I love you, but we just don't see eye to eye on this stuff. I didn't say Victor Oladipo is the same kind of whale as LeBron James. I said that you bring him into our pod and you got yourself a hell of a SeaWorld show. And that's the case. I already have my main attractions here. All right. My Shamu and my Bamu are Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo.
What?
Shamu and Bamu.
Oh my goodness.
And so now I want to bring in one more whale
I kind of wish you didn't get your coffee this morning.
I want to bring in one more whale who's going to bring the clamps into this.
I'd rather grumpy, old ass haven't had my coffee yet this morning, Tobin. Because now that you done got a little energy in you, the silly sauce is free flowing.
You asked. You were the one out.
Oladipo, a whale. Somebody say Bradley Beal is way better than Oladipo. Okay, but guess what? Looter in the riot is what they call that in sports.
Yeah, better at scoring. He's better at scoring. You know what else he's better at? Being a turnstile.
Right.
And Bradley Beal ain't his choice. Now look, he's younger.
Right.
It would have been nice, but them's the breaks.
I'm somebody said, you think Tatum is at that level already? No, I just asked a question. Like
Tatum's
he's another
tremendous.
guy. He's another guy going to get a max contract.
Tatum's really good.
I think that's what skews your whale talk. The old max contract.
I don't like giving any Celtics props. Jason Tatum's really, really good. Tatum's a whale. Bam's a whale.
Huh?
Bam's a whale.
But I think our definition of whale is different.
No. Here's what it is. There's the right definition of whale, and then there's you.
Well, why don't you give us your no? And look, I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna punch you in the face over Skype.
Yeah.
If you say those magic words, I'm walking out of the room. So give us your definition.
I gotta get to headlines, so Robbie's gotta give the news.
This is WAXYAM South Miami and WSFSFM HD2 Miramar, a radio.com sports station.
Man, this poll is lopsided.
I told you. What's wrong with you?
78%.
What did you think was going to happen, dude?
I was hoping
you call everybody away. You know what? Any player that you've seen on TV that the Heat want, you make whale noises. Because guess what? 7 months ago, you didn't think Jimmy Butler was a whale because you said dodge the bullet.
That's not true. I thought Jimmy Butler was whale quality. I just thought that he was a Molotov cocktail to the locker room. It turned out it was completely the other guy's fault.
Right. Kawhi is a whale.
Of course. Ridiculous question. Ridiculous to even have to say.
Right.
Why say what is unspoken? And if you want to talk about unspoken.
James Harden is a whale.
He's a whale.
Russell Westbrook, a whale. I'm talking about guys, you give them the ball, you put them on the court, game changer. Mm-hmm. These other guys aren't game changers.
But hold on. How is it you're so dismissive of Victor Oladipo and saying that he's not a whale? You say that the best thing is a guy has to take his team to the playoffs. That's exactly what he did with the Indiana Pacers. Exactly what he did. And yet you're more dismissive of him than you are of Bradley Beal. Doesn't make sense. You're boxing yourself in, and you look silly.
No, I'm not. He's not a whale, dude.
But hold on. Your definition, sir, was put him on the team, makes him a playoff team. That's what he did with the Pacers.
No.
And not a fledgling playoff team. Not a fledgling playoff team.
I said put him on any team. So if I take him and put him on Sacramento, I'm talking about a person like Kawhi could go to Toronto where nobody thought they ever had a chance to win, and they win the championship. I'm talking about that's a whale.
Two-time All-Star, All-Defensive First Team in 2018, Most Improved Player 2018, All-NBA Third Team in 2018.
Okay, what year is it?
It's 2020.
Okay. All right.
So he just loses his. So let me get this straight.
No.
You get hit by one boat and you're not a whale anymore.
No, I didn't say that.
Leroy, is LeBron a whale?
Yes.
Well, they just put him on the Lakers, the bad, terrible Lakers, and they didn't make the playoffs.
No. Hold on. By the way, that's not in.
He got you.
Hold on.
Hold on.
That's not. Hold on. You're gonna let me. That's not true.
Turn up his volume so I can hear him in the box.
They were a playoff team until he got hurt.
Oh no, they weren't.
He wasn't playing.
Whose fault is that?
Okay, let me ask you this: when Oladipo missed time, was Indiana a playoff team?
They are this year, yes.
They were last year.
Okay. So, how much of an impact is he really making when they're still a playoff
Big
team?
impact. Big impact.
I mean, they got
They're
swept.
still a playoff team, though. He's played like hot garbage. They're still a playoff team.
He played like hot garbage. He's been back for 3 seconds.
Okay, but again, the impact that he's making, they're still a playoff team.
I didn't make the whale rules. You made the whale rules. You're the one who wants to define. I want to be more ambiguous with it.
Is that no? I'm trying to get. Look, I'm saying if we're making all these rules for big time players, and you're gonna call them a whale, call them a piece. That's fine. But if you call them a whale, let's identify who the whales are, and you're gonna clump them in that group. So you're saying Oladipo, Kawhi, Giannis, LeBron, AD, samesies.
Not samesies. I said they're not samesies.
Okay, but that's what a whale is, dude. Whale is
No.
right away.
Dude,
woo,
can I
we
ask
got
you
a
something?
chance.
Do you watch National Geographic?
So now there's different kinds of whales,
I said that.
right? No, have you now? Hold on. Besides to try to back out of this damn box, have you ever said anything like that before?
First of all, I'm not in the box. You're in the box.
I can't be in a box.
You're in the box.
Fit. You already in it.
No, I'm not. I'm free willy nilly.
Oh, Poon.
So
Oh, you're back, Tobin. Yeah, I think both of you got Putin at the same time. Awkward. Oh, yep, they both got Putin. Wait for them to sign back in.
All right, I'm back.
This time they've a double Putin. I've never seen that
double
before.
Putin.
Yeah.
Wow. we knocked each other out like Apollo Creed and Sylvester Stallone in Rocky 2.
No, see, I'm getting caught by your shrapnel. Like the internet has determined that the silly sauce is too much, so they cut you off. And I just happened to be in a conversation, so I got cut off too.
What do you got, Robbie? Let's get some headlines, man.
Oh, yeah, last night Inter Miami came back to action.
Oh.
But they lost 2-1. They had a 1-0 lead in the 47th minute.
I'll tell you who's not a whale. MLS medical team. moving at the pace of a school of plankton. Jesus.
Why did they have him in the bullpen?
I don't know.
They're warming up.
It kind of defeats the purpose of medical staff.
Jesus.
All the planning that they did for this. And somebody came up with the remarkable idea to keep the medical staff far away. Like man.
Unbelievable. Yeah. Tough loss for Inter Miami last night.
Would we feel that much better? I know it's a point, but would we feel that much better about a tie?
Yeah, because it wasn't a loss.
I mean, I was watching I'm trying to get myself into the mode of soccer, because I did find myself a little angry last night when Twellman was up there and he goes, "What's your pick for tonight? What's your pick for tonight, there, Taylor?" And he goes, I'm thinking draw," and I'm like, "Draw? That's your pick? Draw?" And I was like, all right, I'm not going to be an ugly American. I'm trying to. This is my team. This is my club. All right, I love myself the Pinks. What do we call ourselves, Robbie? What's the nickname of Inter Miami?
I thought it was the Flamingos or the Pinks.
Well, the it's not a flamingo. It's a heron. But what? But you doesn't Liverpool call themselves the Reg? Like what do we call ourselves?
Yeah. I'm looking it up. Inter Miami. I thought it was the Herons.
Hey, can somebody from this?
I know we haven't called ourselves yet. Winners.
Can somebody from the Siege text in or one of the fan
Herons,
groups?
The Herons, officially the Herons.
All right, I call myself the Herons, love. We listen to Herons. We go out. Can you give me a pic of the Herons, love?
I mean, don't people eat those? Or those little fish?
I think that's a herring.
Oh, okay. All right. I don't know, man.
We are idiots.
Right, Aaron.
Hey, by the way, jackass, don't pull me down.
You're right here with me. You're right here with me.
You went full idiot by yourself.
You are right here with me.
I'm not with Oladipo or Whale. Get the hell out of here. Is it at 80% yet?
Let me see. Let's see.
I thought more.
It's it's going more my way. 75% say no instead of 80.
Hey, somebody said, Leroy, make this simple. If you are yearly in the consideration for MVP award, that makes you a whale. So there's five guys, and I'm willing to. It's Kawhi, LeBron, Giannis, AD. You could go Harden. You know, there's a couple of other guys that are on the edge of that. You got to put Westbrook in there, right? Is that safe to say? If you are in consideration for the MVP on a yearly basis, that means your impact is undeniable. Can't be a looter and ride and win the MVP.
Well,
Who did it?
Russell Westbrook. Wait a
minute.
He literally was the only guy getting statistics for the Thunder.
Because he had a stat that hadn't been reached in 40 years. That's why.
Okay.
You don't think you could?
But then people stopped caring about that stat right after that year.
Right. Because he broke. He had a record that. Because guess what? The next year he did the same damn thing, and everybody said, "Yeah,
who cares?"
We're over it.
Yeah. So is it a true stat?
Yeah. No, he's still. I put him on the edge of it. I didn't make him like James Harden plays. You know, a lot of people don't like his style of play.
James Harden's a boring whale. He's a boring whale. Does no tricks. Doesn't even breach.
Dude is light on his feet. He's the only person I know could get from the foul line to behind the 3-point line without a dribble in 7 steps.
Yeah, amazing wonder. Definitely not cheating.
He does the old Barney Rubble.
Makes me so mad. So the poll today is Victor Oladipo a whale. A lot of smoke around Victor Oladipo to the Miami Heat. A lot of smoke. Like, I'm talking campground stuff, Leroy, all right?
Yeah.
I got my canteen. Andy Ellisberg's got the s'mores. He's got the graham crackers. Riley's bringing the marshmallows. A lot of smoke around Victor Oladipo being a whale. You know, the boat right now, we're docked on a beach. We're just making camp for the night, and we're just looking at all out on the ocean. We hear, and so we ask, is Victor Oladipo a whale? And Leroy's asked the question because he just wants clarification. What is a whale? What is a whale? Now, I know when I see one. That's just how I roll. I don't feel like I need to explain myself to Leroy Horde. But maybe you would you like an explanation from the Godfather himself of what a whale is?
Sure.
Okay. This was Pat Riley explaining what a whale is. Whenever you're ready, Robbie.
When I use those terms, okay, we all know what we're talking about. The only measurement is going to be whether or not those kinds of players will have an impact on winning. And so every time we were able to acquire one and they had an impact on winning, then you have just answered the definition of what a whale or an orca is.
Boom. Clear as day, Leroy. Clear as day.
So basically that means Oladipo's not a whale.
No, you clearly didn't listen to what he was saying, okay? Again, first of all, he starts off by saying, we all know what I'm talking about, okay? Mm-hmm. We all know what I'm talking about. So first of all, try and keep up. And he says, when we, that's the Miami Heat, acquired one, and they had an impact on winning, you have just defined to yourself what a whale or an orca is. So when the Heat acquire a certain player and said player has an impact on winning, that is a whale or an orca. So their dictation on other circumstances doesn't mean whether or not they're a whale or an orca. You get it? Are you keeping up now? Play it again, Robbie. I don't think it got through to Leroy's head.
When I use those terms, okay, we all know what we're talking about. The only measurement is going to be whether or not those kinds of players will have an impact on winning. And so every time we were able to acquire one and they had an impact on winning, then you have just answered the definition of what a whale or an orca is.
See, you get it. You get it now, right? You get it.
Yeah.
Robbie, you get it? Robbie, do you get it?
Oh, yeah. Contributes to winning. It's a whale.
For us. Whale.
For the Heat.
For the Heat. Get it? I don't feel like you're getting it. I don't feel like you're getting it. I feel like you're kind of dismissing it. By the way, have we? I feel like Riley put it all on the table for you. You're kind of dismissing The Godfather because you asked what a whale was, and he put it out there for you.
But anytime your shenanigans gets to a quote, the quote has no chance of coming across any other way than the way you want it to come.
How is it coming across any other way? It's coming across exactly how it came across.
So you're saying if the Heat want him, he's a whale?
That's what Riley said. The whale is their thing. How many oceanic teams are there anyway? Not many. You got a lot of teams. You got a lot of teams that are by the ocean. Not a ton.
When you meant ocean teams, I meant like dolphins, fins.
No. That's not what I'm talking about.
By the ocean?
Yep. By
LA,
the ocean.
Golden State,
Well,
Clippers, New York.
it's not surround. It's only a border though. It's not a peninsula.
There's only one. You just keep moving. Dude, I'm telling you. You just keep moving the bar. Like, you just keep moving it. Like, I was midair that time, getting ready to clear the bar.
Yep.
And you pulled the old Wile E. Coyote and moved the bar up, and I tripped. Right? Like, I just see, I'm riding my little bike to the little ramp. I'm going to make a jump, and you throw a rock at the ramp. Boy.
Man. Listen.
Now you know where Tobin gets it from. Pat Riley is the maker of silly sauce.
No, he's not. He's not the maker of silly sauce.
Yeah.
Everything he says makes sense. You all laugh at it.
The only difference between your silly sauce and his silly sauce is his silly sauce is aged. Vintage silly sauce.
It's not vintage silly sauce.
Yes.
Pat Riley is not vintage silly sauce. And I will not have you say that type of stuff because you all laughed when he said there are no obstacles. Well, there are tons of them, but there are none. You all laughed at it. And I told you he knows what he's doing. And you all said, crazy old man. And what happened? Got Jimmy Butler. No cap space, no assets.
Guess what? Saying that he spews silly sauce and saying he knows what he's doing is two different things. Right? And Spo spitting out that ripple. Because he's young. He finally got his voice. Really? He's got a line similar to there's no obstacles. We build in iron and forge and steel.
No. That's not what it is. Its character is it made of a bed of roses and sunshine. Like steel is forged in fire between the hammer and the anvil. This is the hammer and the anvil. This is the NBA.
Hey, wait.
It's like our old quote. Character isn't made in a bed of roses and sunshine.
No!
Like steel, it's forged in fire in between a hammer and an anvil. Right now, we're between the hammer and the anvil. This is the NBA.
Oh, my goodness. And see, this is what drives me even crazier. Let me read this text. Because there are people out there that support you and your silly sauce. Wrong again, Leroy. The AAA is right on the bay. Whales can swim right up to it. No other arena like that.
Yep. It's right, Leroy. Have you ever got? It's right there. Right there.
Yeah, dude. We've done shows where the sun came up right there.
It's beautiful. I missed that. You think we'll ever get to do that again?
Whales anymore. I'm after orcas.
I mean,
killer
we
whales.
can do it now because when we're there, nobody's there.
Hold on, you miss some vintage.
I don't call them whales anymore. I'm after orcas. They're killer whales. The whale is gone. They're not as good anymore. The orca is what I'm after.
I think my head is going to explode this morning. You yelled at me before you had your coffee right? Is this payback? Because
Perhaps.
besides that little 10 minutes of shine
Perhaps.
I got,
Yeah, this is
the 10 minutes of fun I had.
It wasn't 10 minutes of shine. You've
Yeah, it
taken
was.
2 days. You've hosed down Bobrovsky left and right, and I'm not going to allow it.
Somebody said Pat Riley is the Paul Newman of silly sauce. Yep, Tobin is like Lucy and Charlie Brown holding the football, and right before Leroy kicks it, he pulls it out. That's how I feel. Yep, that's how I feel. Except the only difference is Lucy didn't laugh.